Coming up on Look Today, well, the students from the Clean Tech Early College High School program graduated today, and we were there. We've got updates. And we also have updates on the Affordable Housing Initiative in Saratoga. And the Saratoga Springs City Council makes a motion to move the Inclusionary Zoning Ordinance vote to a further date. More on that coming up. All ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson. This is Look Today. Well, in tonight's program, I sit down with Cheryl Hage-Perez. She's Executive Director for the Veterans and Community Housing Coalition. And she's here to talk about the Affordable Housing Project on South Broadway in Saratoga. I also sit down with John Stroud. He's a Queensbury Town Supervisor, and he's here to talk about the Watershed Coalition issue in part 2 of my 3-part interview with him. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties. But first, we've got these headline stories. And our lead story, this is a good one. Students from over 20 different high schools across our region graduated today from the Clean Tech Early College High School program. And the ceremony took place at the HVCC TechSmart campus in Malta. Students had a chance to showcase their capstone projects, offering new solutions to real-world problems. Well, we were at the campus today where Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul spoke.
We believe in the future of the young people sitting in front of us and all across the state of New York. So on behalf of our governor and the people of the state of New York, congratulations. You have an incredible, incredible future that's awaiting for you. And the business world cannot wait for you to get out there either as well. We're looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Well, you know, we've been very involved with that project over the last 3 years. And these students are really the leaders of the future. And they've been combining innovative technology ideas with sustainable and environmental friendly solutions. Try that. All right, well, we spoke to one of these students, Austin Winter.
It's a lot, actually, because it provides me with plenty of leadership skills that I can then use in college, and I'll be properly prepared as compared to my other fellow classmates.
I also want to take this opportunity to thank CEFCU, because it's their support that makes our coverage of this possible. All right, in other news, we got updates on the Affordable Housing Initiative in Saratoga Springs. Now, as we told you last week, one of the first projects coming to the city is the project on South Broadway where the Spa City Diner used to be. Now, this will be a mixed-use development, and a portion of these units will include housing opportunities for veterans. Well, we had the opportunity to speak to one of the leaders of the Affordable Housing Task Force, Cheryl Hage-Perez, about what constitutes affordable living.
The federal government says nobody should pay more than 30% of their income on their total housing costs. And that's been years and years of studies for affordability. But in Saratoga Springs, that's not always possible. It's never possible.
Now, I also sit down with Cheryl later on in the program for a more in-depth conversation on this topic. You want to hear this. All right, switching from news to weather. The skies cleared. That was the sun today, that it popped its head up at about 5. Let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thanks, Jesse. Here's a look at the first look weather forecast. Currently, we have a cold front boundary just off the Gulf of Mexico, pushing south, and this high pressure system is continuing to build in. Now, it also is going to have an impact for our weather as well, because we have that northwesterly flow beyond that high pressure. It's going to impact our viewing area over the next few days. Look at the higher outlook for tonight's forecast. Temperatures are going to be a little bit chilly for this time of the year. 47 Scranton, 50 here in Albany, 51 up in Burlington and Boston. And looking at a closer look towards our viewing area, more specifically, temperatures will be about 51 degrees at Fort Edward and Whitehall. And as you look towards Glens Falls, temperatures tonight are going to be around 50 degrees, maybe a few upper 40s up to our north. So taking a look at 50-degree low temperature, mostly clear skies, maybe some patchy fog late as you wake up tomorrow. And speaking of tomorrow, more sunshine, partly sunny, temperatures reaching the upper 70s. with that southeast breeze at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. In the out-the-door forecast, a dry start, mostly clear skies, upper 50s to lower 60s through your 8 a.m. hour. As we look at the extended outlook, we're going to see temperatures mainly in the 70s for the first few days, maybe a slight chance of storms on Friday, but then after a relatively dry weather pattern, and it's going to remain dry, maybe besides Friday, we're going to quickly warm up. We're going to warm up to the upper 80s by Monday, so the AC is going to be cranking very rapidly, especially as we head towards early next week. So enjoy this nice weather pattern while you can before things begin to heat up. You're going to wish those cool nights that we had recently. And that's a look at the first look weather outlook. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser. We'll send it back to you, Jesse.
Thanks, Clarence. How do you like Clarence's smile at the end of that? Isn't it? We love that around here. Hey, that forecast looks like it's shifting in our favor. That's good news. All right, back to the news. Saratoga City Council pushed the vote on the Inclusionary Zoning Ordinance to June 19. Now, originally scheduled to be voted on last night, Saratoga County has told the City of Saratoga Springs that the zoning change application is incomplete. Well, the zoning ordinance states 20% of all future housing developments must qualify as quote-unquote affordable. Now, we were at the meeting last night where Vince D. Leonardis spoke. He's a city attorney for Saratoga Springs.
We can vote on this tonight, but the determination was made that we will issue a letter to the county planning department letting them know that they will be receiving nothing in addition to what they already have, letting them know that we will be voting this on June 19th, and they will be welcome to provide a response at that time or not. That will be up to the county.
And don't forget, you can see the Saratoga City Council meeting in its entirety, unedited, uninterrupted, right here on Look TV. So check the schedule, and you can find the schedule on looktvonline.com. All right, coming up, I sit down with Cheryl H. Perez. She's Executive Director for the Veterans and Community Housing Coalition, and she's here to talk about the affordable housing initiatives. Plus, I also sit down with John Strout. He's Queensbury Town Supervisor, and he's here to talk about the Watershed Coalition issue in part 2 of my 3-part interview with him. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. I've got a couple of lookouts for tonight. The first one has to go to the graduates, the Clean Tech Early College High School Program. We go there every year, and every year we walk out of there just filled with emotion to see these students graduate with just such a thirst to succeed. It's really something to see. And so Joe Dragoni and Laurel and the whole gang at Ballston Spa High School, just hats off to you for the role that you play in this. And again to SEFCU, who makes it possible for us to give you this kind of courage and also showcase these brilliant students. A couple of other ones here. I have to give a look out to my friend Bill. Now, Bill, by the way, is, I always know that Bill's around because I always see his black Lincoln parked right near the bench on Broadway in Saratoga, and he's sitting there with the white curled up mustache and a hat with all kinds of buttons on it and stuff. Well, Bill and I are becoming friends, and we talk about our grandchildren, and I saw Bill today, so I just want to give Bill a quick look out. And one last look out. I'm down at Ron and Kathy's Diner, South Glens Falls, great place, to see my friend Jim Hunt. Catch a cup of coffee in the morning and just talk about life in general. And his partner, Frank Sears, was there. And I'd never met Frank before. He's quite a character. And I just want to leave you with one thought. We were talking about how long you want to live. And Frank says, I'm going to live until I'm 89, no longer. And I said, well, how do you know that? I said, how do you know what are you going to die from? And he said, a jealous husband. Now that's somebody we can look up to. All right, tonight on Look TV, Saratoga City Council meeting. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.